Hello, welcome to Invictus Porsche. In this video, I'd like to tackle three things about this Porsche 987 Cayman Generation 2. And one of them being why I think this is the hidden gem in the Porsche family. You might not notice a big difference between a 987 Generation 1 and a Generation 2 looking at it from the front, but there are some really small subtle changes. But the real changes are, in my opinion, are to the back, where you can distinguish that this is a Gen 2 rather than a Gen 1 by looking at the LED lights. This, in my opinion, is the hidden gem in the Porsche family for quite some time, and the prices for these for a while I think dropped down, but I have been on the up for the past year and a half. And one of the reasons is quite simple, and some of you know and some of you don't know, is the fact that these were produced during the recession between 2008 and 2011. So very few of them ever sold. And those that sold, there were more of the PDKs than the manuals. And this being a manual is a very rare Porsche. The second point I want to tackle is why I feel they are worth the money that they are, which is in the region of between 18,000 upwards of sort of 20,000. You're looking in the middle, 20,000 pounds. And the reason is quite simple. This 987 Gen 2 had the newer generation DFI engine, which stands for direct fuel injected engines. The DFI engines completely eliminated the simple issues that you had in relation to them having a tiny bit of bore scoring, and also a degree of them consuming oil, especially if they were not warmed up and they're not used properly. But also some people concern themselves with the AMS issues and some other illogical excuses they find to give hate to the Gen 1 987 engines. But the newer iteration of, well, the newer generation of engines that Porsche introduced in 2008 is, I would say, a world apart from the indirect fuel injected engines that were produced by Bosch from around the 70s up until 2008. The last of the three things that I wanted to tackle about the 987 is the fact that these cars are the ultimate driver-focused cars anyone can drive in the Porsche family, and period. And that is for the simple reason it's a mid-engine car, and the handling of it is so beyond anyone's imagination. I mean, it drives and it handles and it grips to the road better than a four-wheel drive 911. And that's because where the engine is based on these Caymans is the perfect place from a balance point of view. In terms of performance, this produces 261 brake horsepower, 300 Newton meters of torque. The top speed is 165 miles per hour, and 0 to 62 miles per hour is possible in 5.8 seconds. This weighs 1,405 kilograms, and the combined MPG is 30. But this car isn't about raw performance figure. It's about how it sounds, and we're going to hear it raw. The sweet spot on a car like this is between 4,000 to 6,000 RPM. It's between that 5,000 to 6,000 RPM that it really opens up. And this car is absolutely rapid. A Cayman 987 being the most driver-focused car isn't necessarily about how good it is on a straight line. Yes, it's fast on a straight line. It's able to do 165 miles per hour as its top speed. But this car is all about how it handles around corners. And let's put it to the test. I can genuinely tell you that I'm not finding this as a tail-end happy car or front-end happy car. It's just able to sit in every single corner with absolute ease. There's no struggle from the car. There's no struggle from myself being in the driver's seat or my passenger recording and filming. Yes, it's a bumpy road, and you will feel an element of uncomfortness, but that would come, as part and parcel of any sports car. But you would actually at the same time be extremely surprised how comfortable these cars really are, especially the fact that this doesn't have the sports suspension, otherwise known as PASM, Porsche Active Suspension Management System, whereby a car would automatically come 10mm lower, and by pressing the PSM button it will stiffen your dampers. It is good enough to be a very comfortable car should you want it to be comfortable, and it is excellent as a sports car should you want to push it around. Should you have any questions about this car, please don't forget to comment or like and subscribe. Or if there's a car that we don't have in stock and you would like us to source for you, we are here to help you. Or if you've got any questions about a car or a Porsche that you own and you've got a few questions or run some evaluation with us, please feel free to contact us.